Our top story now, after 2 rounds of nationwide raids on the premises linked to leaders and functionaries of the Popular Front of India, the centre last evening declared the outfit as an unlawful association for the next 5 years.
That's right, Gargi. A government notification said that PFI and its affiliate organizations and fronts have been declared unlawful association for a period of 5 years under the Lawful Activities Prevention Act, or the UAPA. The government cited the outfit's linkages with prescribed organizations, Students Islamic Movement of India, or the SIM. This is also blaming the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS, and while imposing the ban on PFI, Gargi.
That's right. The notification said that PFI and its associates or affiliates have been indulging in unlawful activities which are prejudicial to the integrity, sovereignty and security of the country, and that they have potential to disturb public peace and communal harmony of the country. Let's go across to Shrija now for more on this story. So Shrija, after 2 rounds of raids and action, and even in Karnataka, dozens of PFI functionaries being taken into custody, now the government declaring it illegal for 5 years. Give us more details.
Well, what we saw yesterday was the second round of crackdown, but then as far as Karnataka is concerned, what we did see here on ground was the crackdown by the state police based on the intelligence inputs provided by the NIA and ED. And also Mr. Alok Kumar, the ADGP of Law and Order, did go on to confirm when we asked what are the kind of charges. He did say that during the second round of crackdown, there were at least about 80 of them who were taken into preventive custody. Now, there are no charges. That means no FIR which has been registered against them. But what's more important to note here is that, they had filed a PAR, which is a preventive action report against these people, those who have been arrested. Now, it includes both PFI and SDPI leaders as well. Now, just after the second crackdown, which happened across the country, where we went on to see over 250 people were taken. In some places, arrests were announced. In some places, it was detention. Now, as far as the arrests and the detention based on the state police, this is based on the inputs provided by the intelligence agencies. We see just a day after this, and also, after the second crackdown, we see the Ministry of Home Affairs have banned especially PFI, the Popular Front of India, and its associates. There are nearly 8 of it, and has banned for nearly 5 years. If you're really going by what the Union Ministry does go on to talk about, it says they have banned PFI under the UAPA, and also goes on to talk about how its past instances, for example, if you're talking about just yesterday's crackdown in Assam, it does talk about where the police had gathered some of the incriminating evidence against the PFI and the SDPI. They had discovered a literature book which is seditious in nature. The police also goes on to talk about how they had discovered a book, a vision document, which is 2047, that is once India attains 100 years of freedom, that there will be an Islamic state that will be formed. So these are certain things which have been discovered by the police, the state police, and also as far as the NIA raids and ED raids. Now, that was a major crackdown that we went on to see on 22nd of September, where over 100 people across the country were arrested, taken into custody, and also the interrogation is still on. And based on that evidence, what they have gathered in the last few months, because remember, this is not something that's been going on just a matter of a week or two. Now, we understand from the sources within the NIA that they have been trying to gather evidence against especially the PFI over the last few months, and based on those inputs, they went ahead, they swooped down on these PFI and SDPI activists. Now, also more importantly to note here is that we have been seeing the maximum detention or arrest that has been reported, especially from Karnataka, and then also followed by Uttar Pradesh, and also especially Maharashtra and Kerala as well. Now, if you're really talking about this particular, the Union Home Ministry's ban, it does talk about where that is the PFI is a major threat to internal security. goes on to talk about how PFI and its associates have been involved in violent terrorist activities, because more importantly what one cannot ignore is that why exactly the sudden crackdown in the last 1 week. It is also because where we understand that there was most important crucial information, especially the NIA, the top agency that had received, saying that the PFI and its associates were receiving funding especially for terrorist activities.